My name is Rowan, and I crave intimacy. My whole life, I've wanted people to love and accept me. However, I didn't always allow them to. In elementary school, I didn't have many friends at all, and I was bullied by some of my classmates. As a result, I put up walls and didn't let anyone in, not even my parents. I was lonely, but rather than letting people fill that void, I looked to video games, books, and later anime and pornography to escape. Those things filled the void that I had inside of me for a time, but then they would end and I would feel empty again. I was always wanting more, and it was never enough. I particularly struggled with porn through high school and into university. Sometimes I would spend whole afternoons looking at porn, and every time when I was finished, I would feel guilty and ask myself, why did I just waste all that time doing that? Despite the guilt, I continued to do it because it filled the void even for that short time. In first year university, I had a long-distance girlfriend, and I put everything into that relationship. Nothing else mattered as much as she did. However, I found that I constantly wanted more. I was always wanting to go a step further. It even got to the point where I wanted to marry her, except it was for all the wrong reasons. When I was with her in person, I would push physical boundaries because I thought that physical affection was analogous with greater intimacy. Looking back, I can see how the distance between us was a blessing in disguise. When we were apart, I wanted to know absolutely everything about her, and I wanted to tell her absolutely everything about myself, because I thought that intimacy and trust was measured by how vulnerable two people were willing to be towards each other. One of the things that I learned about her was that she was a Christian. When I was younger, I learned about Christianity and Jesus at a summer camp, but I had never really believed because my parents are not Christians. After first year, I moved to Calgary, and when school began in September, I joined a club called Power to Change at the University of Calgary because I wanted to reinvestigate Christianity. There, I learned what it really meant to have a personal relationship with Jesus, and he began to show me how what I had thought of as love was actually just me selfishly trying to satisfy my desire for intimacy, without considering the other person at all. The Bible describes true intimate love as putting the other person before yourself in every situation and caring for them without expecting anything in return. I learned that Jesus expressed this kind of love for me when he died on the cross for my selfish mistakes, and he did this so that I could have a personal relationship with him. The best way for me to show this same love to my future wife is to wait until I'm at a place in my life where I can properly commit to her and truly put her before myself, just as Jesus did for me. I still crave those close, intimate connections. I best receive and show affection physically, and because I don't experience much of that, there are times when I get hit with an intense feeling of loneliness. When this happens now, I don't turn to games, books, or porn, because Jesus is able to satisfy my craving far more perfectly than anything in the world. I know that he has a plan for my life, and that he will one day reveal to me who he plans for me to marry at exactly the right time. I can place my trust completely in him and know that his timing is far better than mine. When I do meet that person Jesus has planned for me, I will be able to have an even more intimate relationship with her because Jesus will be at the center of it all. My name is Rowan, and I crave intimacy, and I found it in Jesus.